Welcome, one and all, to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Now, we've been off for a week. We're tan, we're rested, we're ready.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff happened. If you're a Britophile, there's huge news in merry old UK because they're getting a new prime minister. I don't quite understand how they have a new one because they vote on the other side of the road, but however they do it, it's official. The UK's next prime minister will be former Chancellor Rishi Sunak, who will be Britain's first leader of South Asian descent, its first Hindu prime minister, and the nation's first leader of color, which means Britons will be able to run their entire power grid off the turbines connected to Queen Victoria spinning in her grave. You know? It's a different view. Different view on such matters, was what I'm saying. Sunak got the job after the former Prime Minister, Liz Truss, resigned on Thursday. Wow. It's a rough year to be a Liz in the UK. Somebody check on Liz Hurley. Truss now holds the distinction of being the UK's shortest-serving Prime Minister ever after holding the title for just 45 days. That's not a term in office, that's a juice cleanse. So, nothing? Thank you. Congratulations to incoming Prime Minister Sunak and Liz. To commemorate your historically short term in office, we've compiled all of our favorite moments from your term.
I will remember.
Speaking of voting, please do it while you still can, because as the midterms approach, a recent New York Times Siena College Wendy's Baconator poll shows 71% of all voters believe that democracy is at risk, while the other 29% say the poll is rigged, hang Mike Pence. So, hang Mike Pence. I don't know, hang Mike Pence. So 71% believes democracy is in peril, and yet only 7% identified that as the most important problem facing the country. Kind of hard to fix anything else without a functioning democracy. Hello, 911. I just crashed my Pontiac into a tree. Now it's on fire. Can you send someone immediately to fix my 6 CD changer? Yes, I still have a 6 CD changer. Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. Why? Yeah, he got the action. Yeah, it's a great song. These poll results have raised concerns that democratic erosion may have sent many citizens on a downward spiral of feeling powerless, apathetic, and disconnected. Yeah, but what can you do? It doesn't matter. I don't want to think about it. By the way, powerless, apathetic, and disconnected were the original names of Snap, Crackle, and Pop. You want to feel some delicious cereal. Part of this complete breakfast. If you want to feel better about democracy, don't think about the fact that the newest senator from Georgia could soon be GOP nominee and steroids Urkel Herschel Walker. Walker has gotten in trouble multiple times for lying about being a police officer. So in a recent debate, his opponent, Raphael Warnock, called him out on it.
One thing I have not done, I've never pretended to be a police officer, and I've never threatened a shootout with the police.
Well, and now I have to respond to that.
We are moving on,
I
gentlemen.
have to respond to that. And you know what's so funny? I am with many police officers.
Now, critics say he can't just pull out a prop badge to prove he's a cop, to which I say, tell that to the sheriff of Party City. Okay? Woo! Pull it over. Okay? That's real. Where I am also fire chief, head nurse, and royalty-free wizarding child. Expectum no lawsuit. Herschel's defending his sham badge, claiming it was given to him by the Cobb County Sheriff, which makes him an honorary deputy. Okay, but that doesn't make you a real cop. That's why flight attendants never say, "Attention passengers, we have a medical emergency in the cabin. Does anyone here have an honorary doctorate?" Fine arts or better. Fine arts are better only. No dance. But Walker has grabbed that crazy ball and is running with it. His campaign ordered 1,000 imitation plastic law enforcement badges that say, "I'm with Herschel" as a fundraising tool. 1,000 toy badges? That's perfect. It's one for each of his secret children. Don't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from. We're learning more about the former president's time in office from investigative journalist and grandpa at the zoo who just saw a penguin, Bob Woodward. Woodward has released several books about the former president based on phone interviews, and now he's releasing an audiobook containing recordings of the full 8 hours of interviews. Woodward described the former president as the wrong man for the job. Now, after re-listening to the audio, he says, "I realize I didn't go far enough. The former president is an unparalleled danger." Really, Bob? Now you're realizing this. I look forward to your next op-ed. Something seems off about this Harvey Weinstein guy. Op-ed. Op-ed.
Op-ed.
Op-ed. Op-ed. Whew. How's it going? The Washington Post published a few of the clips, and yeah, they're bad. Here's how the former president spoke about COVID at the height of the pandemic.
Was there a moment in all of this last 2 months where you said to yourself, this is the leadership test of a lifetime?
No. I don't take responsibility for this.
It's also what he says on Eric's birthday. The recordings... The recordings also capture how special it was for him to meet Kim Jong-un.
The CIA says about Kim Jong-un that he's cunning, crafty, but ultimately stupid.
I disagree. He's cunning, he's crafty, and he's very smart. You know, I'm the only one that knows. I'm the only one he deals with. He won't deal with anybody else. The word chemistry. You meet somebody and you have a good chemistry. You meet a woman. In 1 second, you know whether or not it's all going to happen.
Wow. Did he and Kim Jong-un... I mean, whatever makes you happy. Love is love, but it really gives a whole new meaning to Little Rocket Man. Let me be clear. A penis meaning. Turning to the world of sport, it's official. The Houston Astros and Philadelphia Phillies will face each other in the World Series. For New Yorkers, it's hard to pick a team to back here, considering the Astros are cheaters and the Phillies are from Philly. And down in Philly, to prepare for the victory, Philadelphia, a town that historically enjoys chaotic, street-based, sports-related revelry so much that this weekend, officials greased light poles in the city. And yet, after the Phillies' victory, the fans were undeterred. Yeah, baby! Get up there! That's where all the fun is! What can I say? Drunk finds a way. The Astros punched their ticket to the series yesterday by sweeping the Yankees, but New Yorkers took their frustrations out on one Astros fan in particular, Senator Ted Cruz, who was in the city for the game. Man, New York does have a rat problem. One Yankees fan captured this video of the senator trying to leave the game.
You racist piece of you! Man! You suck! You're a disgrace. You go to Remember when Trump called your wife ugly? Remember that? Remember when Trump called your wife ugly and then you nominated him? You're a disgrace country. Remember when those insurrectionists wanted to murder you? Yo, go. You piece of Trump. Get the you suck. Get out of New York. Trump called your wife ugly. We don't want you here. We don't want you here. You ugly. Get the out of here. Eat my you.
Go ahead, Nikki. To describe how tough New Yorkers are, that was Martha Stewart. In fairness to Ted, that's how Yankee fans react to everyone. Please turn your attention to section 322, where little Billy Jones is celebrating his 4th birthday. You, Billy! You! You short piece of crap! You can't even ride a bike! You suck, Billy! We got a great show for you tonight. My guests are Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg and the barefoot Contessa Ina Garten. But when we come back, meanwhile,